Hello and welcome. Thanks for joining us. MLB The Show brings you the American League Division Series. It's the Texas Rangers taking on the Baltimore Orioles. With Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. Plenty of storylines taking shape in this series as we set the stage for Game 4, Chris.
And I'll be interested to see if these teams approach it any differently, with one on the brink of elimination and the other just a win away from putting an end to this thing. You know, in the postseason, I think you have to treat every game the same, but there's something about an elimination game that can put a team just into a different mindset.
Yeah, and the strategy could certainly change in this type of game. It's hard to manage the same way when in any given at-bat, it can impact everything you've been working for throughout the season. First pitch coming your way next. Coming up on the first pitch. And towing the slab in this one, Zach Eflin.
Anytime you have 5 pitches to work with on the mound, that repertoire can be a real weapon in terms of keeping hitters off balance, man. It's one of those things that I'm going to be looking for in this one. Does he have a feel for all of those pitches, or is he just able to get 1 or 2 over in the strike zone where he wants? Now, it's tough to do to be able to command all those pitches, but if he can, he is going to be very tough for the opponent today.
And a foul ball.
Ball down.
And that one clips the corner. Fouls it off, still 1-2.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
That one outside. It's 2-2. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. O'Neal. And out number 1 on the grab. Let's check out their lineup for this must-win contest. At Singy, their production in the postseason has been underwhelming.
It's usually not great to have your whole team below the Mendoza line, Boog. These bats have been ice cold, and if they don't want their season to end in disappointment, they're going to need to make some noise in this ball game.
Here is Marcus Semien. That one finds the corner. It's 0-1. There's the strike.
Quickly into an 0-2 count. Both pitches were down in the zone. I think you set your sights a little bit higher because you'll have a tendency to chase if you look down in that area.
That missed by a lot. Now 1-2. Goes down looking. So now it's Corey Seager. And that's outside. And that is ball 1. Kicks and fires. And there's a strike on the outside corner. And now it's even 1-1. That one is absolutely belted. Way back there. And that one is gone. Touchdown, Utah Street. And just like that, they're out front. It's 1-0. That was blasted.
Absolutely, no doubt off the bat. Just an excellent swing all the way around, and it had that sound coming off the bat that gets everyone's attention. Got a pitch to drive, short to the baseball, squared it up, and the backspin carried it out of here.
So 2 down. Here's Josh Young. Pitch is in there, and it's 0-1. 2 down, bases empty, but 1 run across here in Game 4 of this ALDS. And the sweeper is in for a strike.
I think it's huge that they were able to score right away. You're playing on the road, stakes are high, energy in the ballpark, and you help to quiet that down a little bit.
Going to count 1 and 2.
Pretty standard high 0-2 fastball right there. If you're smart, you'll look for something down in the zone, but not too far. Don't want to chase that breaking ball in the dirt.
And he couldn't hold back. He's rung up on strikes. Rangers strike first on the solo job. It's now a 1-0 ball game. You're watching the American League Division Series on the show. Back here in Baltimore, and today's starter, Chris Paddock.
Try to stay back for that power changeup. Speed differential between the fastball and the changeup is huge. Hitters, they have a hard time staying back.
Here's Adley Rutschman.
Leading off for the Orioles, the catcher, Rutschman.
Fastball in for a strike, 0-1. Right through there for a strike.
No ball. 2 strikes.
And he grounds 1 to the right side.
Foul.
And that's just foul. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Got him. And 1 gone. Here's Tyler O'Neill. First pitch just misses.
1-0.
There's a strike, 95 of that one. And that's downstairs. 2-1. That's inside.
Inside.
Swing and a miss as he was out front that time. 1 out, bases empty. Battling here as he fouls it away. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Well, there appears to be no problem settling in on the mound out there today. It looks pretty tough to start this one, punching out the first 2 hitters of this ball game. And somebody's going to have to put the bat on the ball, put it in play, and get something going.
Gunnar Henderson stands in now and watches strike 1. Henderson launched a homer in his most recent game. And a foul ball. 2 outs, bases empty. Well struck, right field. And that one is off the wall. into second, and he's got it doubled.
All over that one right there. Nice line drive to the pull side right there, but he didn't spin off of it. That's the key. You still have to extend through the baseball in order to hit a line drive like that.
So, runner at second, 2 down. Ahmed Rosario, the next to hit. And that misses. 1-0.
The strategy of winning a ball game, when you could make that pitcher work a little more, expose himself by throwing pitches, that could be the key to winning perhaps later on. So good job of extending this inning, getting a knock with 2 outs to bring the number 4 hole hitter up.
Next offering is down low.
He's clearly trying to work him away here. Both pitches off the plate. If you really want to put the ball in play, you're going to have to stay back and drive it to the opposite field.
That one ripped. Can't get to it as it drops into the corner. Around from second is the tying run.
A costly mistake in the outfield thanks to the bad read and terrible timing for that to happen. That's a play you just want to forget about.
So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Colton Cowser, the next to hit for the Orioles. Popped up, foul territory behind the plate. Higashioka makes the catch, and that's the 3rd out. But a run will score in the inning on this RBI double. All even at 1 apiece. Game 4 of the division series. And here's the first baseman, Jake Berger. Eflin back to work. Missing inside, and that's ball 1. Legends really are cemented in the postseason. You think of David Ortiz heroics for the Red Sox, Derek Jeter as Mr. November, or Randy Johnson in the 2001 World Series, just to name a few. Eflin ready to fire now. And that one fouled off.
For me, Boog, a game I remember is us calling the 2014 AL wildcard game. The Kansas City Royals hosting the Oakland A's. The Royals come from behind to win in extra innings and move on to the division series. They had such a great run that it ended up in the World Series, losing to the San Francisco Giants.
Next offering misses down and away. Line drive, caught.
That swing right there tells me he's seeing the ball pretty well. I know it didn't produce a hit, but he made solid contact, and that's all you're looking to do anytime you're at the plate.
Now, Kyle Higashioka. And first offering is fouled off. Higashioka with a homer in his last game. Just missed. Woody Keller making the calls behind home for us today.
And Boog, something to keep an eye on is how pitchers utilize the top part of the strike zone. We see a lot more of that in today's game with pitchers going up there with hard stuff. Keller, definitely an umpire that isn't afraid to call strikes up in that part of the strike zone.
In there for a strike at the top of the zone.
Well, don't expect too many more high fastballs. This is a good sinker ball pitcher, and sometimes they can make mistakes trying to pitch up in the zone. Look for him to stay down around the knees to be effective.
Not close with that one. 2-2. Upstairs.
Good purpose pitch right there. Trying to tease him, get him to raise his sights, pop something up, and make it an easy out.
And that one is lifted in the air. Cowser on the move. 2 away. Adolis Garcia stepping in for the Rangers. And there's a ball.
1 ball, no strike.
Next offering is fouled back. So a foul ball makes it 1-2.
Ball 2.
Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Two outs. And a swing and a miss. And that's that. 1, 2, 3 go the Rangers. Score remains tied 1-1. Bottom half of inning number 2. And now the center fielder, Cedric Mullins. Just missed.
1-0.
That one finds the zone. And the count even 1-1. Inside, just missed.
I think it's very important to establish the inside part of the plate early. It sets the tone for the rest of the game.
Ball 3.
That's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's what
swing, and this is ripped down the right field line. Way back there. Out of here. And this place is rocking. It's 2-1. He put a charge into that one.
That was a lightning swing right there. No doubt about it. Knew what pitch he wanted to hit, spent on some other pitches in this at bat, was very patient, and it paid off.
Jordan Westburg, the next to hit for the Orioles. In there for a strike at the bottom of the zone.
But you just got to delete it. You give up that leadoff home run, go back to work, focus on this next batter.
Nobody on, nobody out with a run in. Bottom half of inning number 2. Next one misses, and it's a ball and a strike.
1 strike.
And the slider catches the zone.
Probably the best one we have seen. Throwing it where he wanted to, have a nice tight spin to it, and a teaser just off the edge of the plate.
Foul ball still, a 1-2 count. Well struck left field. And it slams off the bottom of the wall. Fires to second too late. And he's got a double.
Everything came together for him. Loud contact leads to the double. I mean, you could tell it had extra bases written all over it as it jumped off of his stick.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. Next to hit, Ryan Mountcastle. And that misses. Ball 1. Right through there for a strike.
So far, all we've seen in this at-bat are fastballs. Look for him to slow it down right here ahead in the count.
Westberg at second with nobody out. And that just misses.
Good spot there, but didn't get the strike at the knees and doesn't seem too convinced by the call out there on the mound as he tries to get a better sense of the umpire strike zone.
Man at second. And that one is downstairs. And it's 3-2. Gets a piece and stays alive. This one high in the air to left center. Langford snags it on the run.
Well, those can be pretty fun as an outfielder. Got to put it into his highest gear and go a long way to track that one down. Nothing better than that. You feel like a wide receiver playing football.
Jorge Mateo, the next to hit for the Orioles. And that's off the inside edge. Ball one. Hammers that one deep left field and forget it. He'll touch them all. It's their second home run of the inning, and they add to the lead. It's 4-1.
That's exactly the pitch he was looking for. Crushes it and hits it out of the ballpark.
Now the catcher up to hit, Adley Rutschman. And that's through there for a strike. 0-1. Ball one there.
1-1.
Fastball for a strike. And the count is 1-2. Still only one out here in the inning. Laser could be trouble. Now he'll turn for second. And he's in with a stand-up double.
Well, that certainly feels good when you can win the at-bat after being down in the count, up against it with 2 strikes right there. I love the approach he had right there with that pitch. Not trying to do too much, but still looking to drive it, and that's exactly what he's able to do into the opposite field gap for the double.
And next for the Orioles, Tyler O'Neill. Went down on strikes his first time through. That one finds the zone, and that's strike one.
1 strike.
Swings through that one for strike 2. Still in the second, already at 44 pitches, so some concern there. And that's ruled a swing. It's a strikeout.
Oh, big power guy right there and generating so much bat speed. It's hard to bring that to a halt once you've committed. They tried to check the swing, just couldn't do it.
So digging in, Gunnar Henderson. Doubled in his first AB. The shortstop takes the ball. Bullpen action for the Rangers. Nathan Eovaldi appears to be getting loose. Boyd getting cranked up as well. Next pitch is outside.
Well, no need to go right at this guy. First base is open. He can hurt you. So make him expand his zone. If he doesn't, give him a walk.
That's in there. Now 2 balls and a strike. Swing and a miss. There's that changeup.
Man, he really sells the changeup with that arm action.
Swing and a high fly ball, pretty well struck right field onto the track, and he makes the catch. But 2 round trippers in this inning. The long ball was working. It's now a 4-1 ball game. This is the American League Division Series on the show. And we're back. Top half of the 3rd inning, and now the DH, Josh Smith. Smith in his 4th year in the 8th spot in today's lineup. He's usually a third baseman, but today he's the designated hitter. Swings through that one.
A little bit of a day off for him. Instead of being at the hot corner, he can just kind of put the batting gloves on, hold the bat as he sits on the bench waiting for his time to hit.
That's outside. And the count 1-2. Hit hard, base hit. And the leadoff man aboard. So up next, TJ Friedl. That's in there, and that is strike 1.
0-1.
Now a blooper back behind first. Fair ball. And they're at the corners with nobody out. Well, maybe that will end up getting him going.
Yeah, he really simplified there. Kept his shoulders square to the plate and wasn't trying to overswing. I think that's the key for him to have success through the rest of this series.
Wyatt Langford stepping in for the Rangers. He's 0 for 1. And there's the strike. Runners at the corners, nobody out. Here in game 4 of this ALDS. Chop to the left side. Off balance feed, there's 1. And a run scores on the double play.
First and third, nobody out. You're thinking you've got it lined up for a pretty big inning right here. So that double play is pretty deflating. They get the run in, but now they're starting all over.
So next to hit for Texas, Marcus Semien. Struck out looking in his first at bat. That one the other way, and foul ball. High in the air, out to right. Cowser pulls that one down, and that is that. So it's 1 run on 2 base hits. No errors, and nobody left on. We head now to the home half of inning number 3. It's the Orioles 4 and the Rangers 2. Back now at Oriole Park, set for the bottom of the 3rd, and stepping in is the speedy Ahmed Rosario. And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
Well, I think this is an important inning on the mound for him in this game. He's got to find a way to settle things down and give some length in this start.
And that's in for a strike.
You know, these Orioles doing a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way, and I'm seeing very patient at-bats out of them. Pitch count is pretty high, and they've played it 4 runs already, so I think it's safe to say their game plan is working out pretty well right now.
On the ground. Gathered in by Seager. Throw to first. Leadoff man retired here in the 3rd. Colton Cowser, the next to hit for the Orioles. He popped out his first time.
So they forced the starter to put in a lot of work, and they've been able to get to him for some runs. And hopefully that bullpen phone is working today.
First pitch misses. And that drops in for a strike. Just missed.
2-1 the count now. He hasn't seen a fastball yet, but you've got to be ready to hit one because you doubt the pitcher wants this to go to a 3-1 count.
Ball, that's too high.
Swing and a line drive and a base hit up the middle. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
But when you fall behind in the count, you've got to come into the zone, and then guys have a better chance of hitting the ball hard like he did right there.
Cedric Mullins, the next to hit for the Orioles. He's already homered here in this one. Here's the pitch. Runner on the go. Ball outside. And that's a stolen base. Not even close.
High throw may have made the difference right there. It's kind of hard to say, though. It's a little tougher for a catcher with a left-handed hitter in the box, and that hitter does not have to move at all to help you out. He just got under the throw, and it took off on him a little bit.
Runner at second here, 1 gone.
Yeah.
Swing and a ground ball base hit right field. Cowser rounds third, headed for the plate. But now he hits the brakes and hustles back to third.
2 consecutive base hits for this team. Wasn't able to elevate that one, but he sure hit it hard enough to get through the infield. There's not a whole lot of time for the defenders to react and try to make a play when it's ripped like that.
And the Rangers manager making his way towards the mound now as he will make the move. Chris Paddock gives way, and this is one he'd like to forget. Back with a new arm after this. Nathan Eovaldi taking over on the mound.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
So next to hit for Baltimore, Jordan Westburg. 1 for 1 with a double and a run scored. Double steal. It's a squeeze. To first, and he beats it. Everyone's safe as a run scores.
Wasting no time. He's 2 for 2 now on the night, and just a triple and home run away from the cycle.
Seriously, we're starting with this already. 2 on, 1 out. Ryan Mountcastle, the next to hit for the Orioles. Flying to left his first time. Here's the pitch. It's a double steal. There's a ball. Throw to third. Save. Double steal. Next offering is in for a strike. That one missed.
3 balls, 1
Mullins
strike.
at third. Westberg over at second with 1 down. And that'll load the bases.
Maybe a little loss of focus on the mound right there. Pretty much gifted him first base with a quick free pass.
Jorge Mateo getting ready to hit. He's already homered in this game. Fastball in the inside corner for a strike.
There was a high-velocity fastball in the zone. I think a little frustration from walking the previous hitter. He's got good stuff. Pitch inside the zone and trust it.
Just off the outside edge, and the count is 1-1. Good eye in that spot.
I don't know how you take that one after the called strike on the corner, just a little bit off the edge.
Grounded to third. Could be 2. Young tossed the first. Out number 2, and another run comes in. So 2 down now, and here is Adley Rutschman. And that one hammered. High bounce over the fence for an automatic double. As 2 runs score on the play.
These are the best kind of automatic doubles for an offense. Everyone scores on the play, and they still have a runner in scoring position. And they pitched to him with the base open at first, maybe regretting that a bit, but there's nothing they can do about it now.
And into the box for Baltimore, Tyler O'Neill. That pitch in for a strike. It's 0-1.
No balls, 1 strike.
Runner at second, 2 down. Here in the last half of the third. That misses, and 1-1. Right through there for a strike. Out towards right center field. Garcia heads after it. He's got it, and that is that. So 4 runs on 4 hits, no errors, and a runner left on. 3 innings in the books here in Game 4. It's the Orioles 8 and the Rangers 2. And welcome back to the ballpark. Now it's the shortstop, Corey Seager.
Clearly down in this ball game, and you can't look at the deficit and try to get it all back in one swing. It's got to come one at bat at a time, and even shrink it down smaller, pitch to pitch. Make that guy on the mound work to get you out.
Swing and a ground ball. Whips it to Mountcastle, and 1 gone in the 4th as they get the leadoff man. Josh Young stepping in for the Rangers. Yeah, that's fouled off. Swing and a ball lifted in the air right field. He just missed it. And there's 2 away. And now the first baseman, Jake Berger. 0 for 1 so far. And there's the strike. 2 down, nobody on. Top half of inning number 4. swing and a liner foul off to the right. Two down, nobody on. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. And the sweeper misses for a ball. Up and in, 2-2. And down on strikes. Make it 4 strikeouts for him on the bump today. Nothing doing for the Rangers, and it's still 8-2. Back here in Baltimore, ready to go, bottom 4. And the batter will be the shortstop, Gunnar Henderson. Yeah, the first offering a fastball for a strike.
Well, I think that pitch surprised all of us. Right down the middle, doesn't get a swing. Not very often you see a hitter lay off a cookie like that.
Swings and misses. That is strike 2. The shortstop takes the ball. In the air, right side. Garcia makes the catch, and there's one gone.
Maybe caught that one off the end just a little bit. Couldn't quite barrel it up enough to really drive it.
And next will be the cleanup hitter, Ahmed Rosario. And that's in for a strike. Base is empty, one away. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Comes up empty.
No ball. 2 strikes.
Line drive. Base hit. So a man aboard now with one away.
Well, he wasn't afraid to hit with 2 strikes. I think he choked up a little bit, maybe spread out, but he got the job done right there.
One gone, runner at first. And next for the Orioles, Colton Cowser. 1 for 2. Rosario on the move. That's in for a strike. Throw, save. That's a stolen base.
Well, I'm sure that steal will raise a couple of eyebrows because of this big lead, but I think it's more respect for their opponent, knowing that they've got to continue to add on if they're going to win this game. Don't take it as an offense. Take it as a sign of respect.
One out and a runner at second. Liner, base hit, coming home. He'll score easily, and it's an RBI single, and it's 9-2.
We don't see this a whole lot anymore where hitters with 2 strikes are willing to shorten up, tighten up, and try to hit the ball back up the middle other way. He was trying to hit that hole, I believe. Very good at bat with 2 strikes.
Here's the center fielder, Cedric Mullins. There goes the runner. Pitch misses. Safe at second, and that was not close.
When your catcher's not a great thrower, you have to do a better job at controlling the running game, and that's throwing over, that's stepping off, doing whatever you can to try to keep that base stealer's rhythm off. Well, they weren't able to do it right there. They're going to have to make some type of adjustment, or players are going to be running all game.
Fly ball, pretty well struck right field. Hops over the wall, and that's an automatic double. A run comes in on the play.
He puts a great swing on that pitch and drives home the run, and that was always going to be a double, but the bounce over the wall just took the guesswork out of it right away. It was a nice swing.
And the Rangers manager making his way towards the mound now as he will make the move. That'll be it for Nathan Eovaldi, and he's responsible for the runner on second, so the book isn't closed on him yet. We'll be right back. Matthew Boyd takes over on the mound.
Well, they need someone to stop the bleed and keep the score right where it is. Seems like a tough task today with the way this lineup is swinging it.
Man at second with one away. Now the third baseman, Jordan Westburg. Right through there for a strike. Mullins leads off second with one gone in the inning. Hit on the ground to short. Seager slings to first in time.
The first baseman, number 6, Ryan.
Here's Ryan Mountcastle. And that drops in for a strike. Check swing, called strike. 2 outs and 1 in scoring position. Swing and a ball lined out towards center. Friedel makes the grab. That is the inning. They get 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and 1 left. We've played 4. It's the Orioles 10 and the Rangers 2. Welcome back as we take a look at how today's starting pitchers have fared so far. Eflin back to work. Close one, doesn't get the call, and it's 1-0.
Well, these Rangers need to bring up the quality of their bats and specifically their swings. Just 1 extra base hit for them, so they haven't exactly been hitting the ball gap to gap or out of the park. That makes it really difficult to generate runs.
The wind to kick the 2-0. Short hop liner, handled it short. In plenty of time to first, and a quick out, number 1. Adolis Garcia stepping in for the Rangers. He struck out swinging at his first at bat.
He's controlling things out there on the mound, not messing around at all. He's been in attack mode since the very start.
That one fouled off. They've got a potent lineup, and when you think about teams capable of rallying from this kind of deficit, they're right at the top of the list. Just misses with that one. And a base hit. Man at first. Now it's the DH, Josh Smith. 1 for 1 with a single and a run scored so far. And that one's a little bit low. And that's ball 1.
No strike.
And that one missing low.
No, he's really working him away, this at bat. Sometimes take a little bit off velocity. Try to get a rollover, something on the ground. Stay away from that big hole on the right side of the infield.
Next pitch misses. And now 3-0.
He hasn't fallen behind in the count like this all day. He's in danger of walking his first batter right here.
That's a strike. And the count is 3-1. On the ground, 2 ball. Henderson to second, over to first, but it's offline.
Well, they had the chance to turn in 2 right there, but I don't think he got a good grip on the balls. He tried to transfer from glove to throwing hand. They say you can't assume a double play. I beg to differ at the big league level, but it's going to be ruled as a fielder's choice.
And now the center fielder, T.J. Friedl. And that one cutting but missing down low. The Rangers with a lot of ground to make up here in Game 4 of this ALDS. Pulled hard, but it's a foul ball. Swing and a miss. And he's down on strikes. Now 5 strikeouts for him on the mound. 1 left for Texas, and the deficit stays at 8. It's 10-2. Game 4 of the division series. Now it's the second baseman, Jorge Mateo. First offering, and it just misses.
You know, these Orioles, digging into their numbers, have to be happy with the swings they're taking. They've been absolutely smashing the baseball. They've racked up a bunch of hits, and 8 have gone down for extra bases.
Next offering is in for a strike.
And 8 extra base hits is a big number, and it's pretty clear the offense is just feeding off each other at this point. Confidence is contagious.
Next offering in there for a strike. Now 3-2. Fights it off. He'll see another. In the air, left field, Langford moving back for this one. 1 up, 1 down. Back to the top of the lineup, Adley Rutschman, the next to hit for the Orioles. Right through there for a strike.
Felt impressed that he went right after him on that first pitch. That's the key. Try to get ahead in the count, and you can play around a little bit more as the at-bat expands.
1 down, base is empty. Splits the plate, 0-2.
All right, now, he may have not liked either of those first 2 pitches or agreed with the umpire's calls, but at this point, he's going to have to bear down and be ready to hit anything close to the zone.
Foul ball, it stays 0-2. The Orioles up big in this one. Last half of inning number 5. Swing and a high fly ball hit the air left center field. This one's got a chance. Leaping, and it's gone. He sends it out of here, and they tack one on the board. It's 11-2. That's their 3rd home run of the game.
They're having a lot of fun at the plate in this one. They've got the long ball working for them on autopilot. No matter how this outing ends, that pitch is going to haunt him for a while. An 0-2 mistake. That's supposed to be a pitch out of the zone. He left it in the spot that the hitter could do some damage with, and that's exactly what he did.
Base is empty, 1 away. Tyler O'Neill, the next to hit for the Orioles. That one's in there. That's strike 1.
No.
Just missed. That's a strike across the top of the zone. And downstairs.
He should get a pretty good pitch to hit here with the 3-hole hitter coming up if he's walked.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. That's the first sinker we've seen today, and it was effective.
Third time he struck out in this one, and definitely an individual performance you want to flush. He just hasn't looked very comfortable up there. Just one of those days. But when you're still winning the ball game, at least you can focus on doing your part to maintain that lead and getting that W.
Henderson at the plate and takes high there. And that one clips the corner.
He's trying to stay away from this lefty, knowing that a lot of left-handers like the ball down and in.
Swing and a high fly ball, well struck. Way back there. Forget it. He sends a rocket to left. Second home run of the inning for him. And they tack on to their lead. It's 12-2. That's his third straight game with a homer, Singy.
This dude is on fire, Boone. These kinds of streaks just don't come around too often. That's the exact definition of hitting the ball where it's pitched, taking that outside fastball and driving it the opposite way out of the ballpark. You want to bottle that type of approach.
Two outs, base is empty. Ahmed Rosario, the next to hit for the Orioles. That one's in there. Strike one. Two outs. Just missed.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Next offering is in for a strike. Lifted in the air down the left side. Makes the catch, inning over. Back now at Oriole Park. New inning getting started. And now it's the Rangers leadoff hitter, Wyatt Langford. Right through there for a strike.
Well, every pitcher wants a run support, and having a lead is nice, but it can be challenging for some pitchers. I think keeping the mindset to attack instead of trying to be too fine and have too much finesse. Go after hitters and get quick outs.
And the sweeper misses. And down on strikes he goes. And that's 6 Ks for him in this one.
Well, just excellent location on that inside fastball. Really locked him up. And as a hitter, it's not typically what you're looking for. You're trying to protect away and then in. So you can be a little bit tardy with 2 strikes. Hard to tell if he was fooled or if he thought it would be called a ball. But either way, that's a really nice pitch.
Now the number 2 hitter, Marcus Semien. High fly ball out towards left center. Mullins brings it in, and there's 2 down. 2 down, base is empty. Corey Seager stepping in for the Rangers. Seager, a member of the 1,000 hit club, and he's a former Rookie of the Year. Gets the outside corner with that one.
This guy's pounding the zone. Hitters don't have time to think in between pitches.
Stays alive. And takes low for ball one. And a swing and a miss. Beat him with a fastball. And the Rangers set down in order. It's 12-2. And we're back. And here is Colton Cowser. And that's way high. And that's ball one. Double-barreled action in the bullpen. Josh Spores up and loosening in the pen. Milner also throwing.
High. 1-1.
Outside
ball.
And it's 2-1. Fastball for a strike. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Line drive to short and caught.
It's never fun going back to the dugout after hitting a line drive that finds a glove, but you will get some high fives. You know, when you make great contact, you feel like you've done everything right. But in this game of baseball, not everything is in your control.
Cedric Mullins, the next to hit for the Orioles.
And it may be a long shot, but a triple here will give him the cycle.
First pitch doesn't find the zone. Right through there for a strike.
1 ball, 1 strike.
And that drops in for a strike. Base is empty, 1 away here in the bottom of the 6th. Liner caught at second.
That at bat is a positive sign, even though it probably doesn't feel like it. He hit the ball hard, but it doesn't always work out in your favor. Sometimes a defender is there to make a play.
2 outs, base is empty. So next to hit for Baltimore, Jordan Westburg. And that is in for a strike. And it's 0-1. That catches the corner. Lifted in the air, left field, pretty well struck. Hauls it in to end the inning. And welcome back to the ballpark. Top of inning number 7. Here's the third baseman, Josh Young. Josiah Gray comes on now.
Compared to some days, this is a pretty low leverage appearance for him, so he should be fairly free and easy out there. Still have to keep yourself sharp and attack the strike zone.
Right side, hard hit. Over to first, out, and they get the leadoff hitter in the 7th.
Really nice job to get your first out of the ball game.
And here's the first baseman, Jake Berger, 0 for 2 in this one. Swing and a foul out of play. Just missed.
Down.
Close one, doesn't get the call. And a count 2-1. On the ground to the left, and it goes just foul. And now 2-2. Cut on and miss, struck him out. 2 up, 2 down. And the batter now, Kyle Higashioka. Off the mark there, 1-0. 2 down, nobody on. Late here in game 4. Swings here and drives one well left field. Way back, and you can forget it. A solo shot. His second homer this series. It's 12-3. That one just sounded different.
And might have been the loudest moment yet. Man, my ears are ringing. I could feel that swing from the booth. When you're working with this kind of velocity, so critical that you move the ball around, work quickly, and make sure that you keep that hitter off balance. Clearly not fooled by the location or the velocity. He was all over that fastball.
So 2 away with nobody on. Next up for Texas, Adolis Garcia. And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
1-0.
Two down, base is empty, but 1 run across here in game 4 of this ALDS. That's off the inside corner, and that's ball 2.
2-0 count, great hitter at the dish. If you're going to miss, you've got to miss outside the zone. You miss inside the strike zone, you'll be asking the umpire for a new baseball.
Next pitch in for a strike, and it's 2-1. And that gets the top of the zone for a strike. Outside low, and that's ball 3. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Fouled off again, and it remains 3-2. Outside, and that is ball 4. It wasn't easy, but he earned that walk after a long at bat. My partner, known for being a touch hack-tastic. All right, you walked 130 times.
Oh my goodness!
In your career,
I can't even believe. I can't. I'd win.
130
when did that
times.
happen?
Yeah.
I don't even. Seriously, I don't believe that.
Smith in the box again, takes a strike.
Some hitters are just more confident if they can track that first pitch out of the hand of the pitcher. They don't care if they fall behind 0-1.
That one pushed to the left and foul. 2-2. 2 down, 2 away. 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 Garcia, the runner at first with 2 gone. Next offering upstairs.
I don't think he was trying to miss by that much in an 0-2 count. Just tried to overthrow that pitch.
Rip towards third. They take the force out, and that'll do it. We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Josh Spores. So digging in, Ryan Mountcastle.
The first baseman.
At 96, that pitch is in for a strike. That's down and in.
He's great hitting the ball the other way, and that pitch did a good job to straighten him up a bit. Mission accomplished.
And now 2-1. That's in there.
Dangerous spot for that slider right there. Didn't seem to quite finish out front and get that sharp break. Tell you what, he doesn't want to throw that pitch again.
Next offering is downstairs.
Full count.
That's towards center. Makes the grab, 1 away.
Number 3, second baseman,
Jorge Mateo, the next to hit for the Orioles. He's one of the faster guys just by pure sprint speed in the majors. That's in there. That's strike 1. Inside corner, and that's called a strike.
Cold night tonight, Boog, and that's a pretty firm fastball right there. I tell you what, memories of getting jammed, they are creeping into my mind right now.
Swing and a high fly ball left field. Friedel has this one sized up. 2 down.
the catcher, number 35.
2 down, base is empty. Adley Rutschman, the next to hit for the Orioles. First pitch, and he just misses. The Orioles up big in this one here, the bottom of the 7th. And that is downstairs. And the count now 2-0.
Hook one.
That one ripped right center field. In one, hops off the wall, should be extra bases. And he's got a double, his 4th hit. Well, Singy, he is locked in there.
Well, he's really slowed the game down, and it's like he's moving in full speed and everybody is a step or 2 behind. The way that he squared up that baseball tells me that he is seeing it like a beach ball.
Man at second here with 2 away. And into the box for Baltimore, Tyler O'Neill. 0 for 4 with 3 strikeouts and a flyout. And that one just missed off the outside edge. Runner at second, 2 down. Fought off foul. Swing and a high fly ball left field. Pretty well struck. That's back there. And the inning is over. No runs, 1 hit, a double, no errors, and 1 man left. 8th inning coming up. It's the Orioles 12 and the Rangers 3. Back here in Baltimore, all set for the start of the inning. Here's the center fielder, T.J. Friedl. Gray back to work. There's a strike. Next offering is fouled back. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
That's tough. You see it well. I mean, that was clearly up and out of the strike zone, but that's one of the hardest things. And when you see a pitch out of the hand at eye level, that discipline to remember, I can't hit that pitch. If I can see it really well at eye level, I can't catch up to that pitch when a pitcher's got this kind of velocity.
And first offering is fouled off. Gray. He's one of those guys who uses the cut fastball as his primary offering, and when it's on, it can induce a lot of weak contact. The Rangers with a lot of ground to make up, and we're in the top of the 8th. Pitch misses there. Now 1-2.
And the late movement on the cutter is really what makes it so effective, because as a hitter, you make a decision whether you're going to swing or take a pitch before it actually gets into the zone. So that late movement causes it to miss the barrel of the bat, sometimes miss the bat entirely.
Out into left center for a line drive base hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single. Yeah, they talk about cutters as being lane changers because it's more of that side-to-side movement and very little of the downward tilt. Digging in, Marcus Semien. 0 for 3 in this one. There's the strike.
0-1.
Man at first, 1 away. Outside low, and that is ball 1. Semien started after it, tried to hold up. Now a look to first, and that's a swing according to umpire Ed Drummond. And a foul ball, he stays alive. Pitch misses, and a count now even up.
This guy's a fun guy to watch taking at bat. He just battles up there. He doesn't take a pitch off at all. Makes it so difficult on the pitchers out there. You can tell they get frustrated with how long.
Snags it for the 2nd out. Throw not in time as he's able to get back to avoid the double play.
Nothing you can do about those as a hitter. Even though you know that, they still drive you absolutely crazy.
Here comes Corey Seager. First pitch just misses.
Well, if he's going to steal second, you want him to go early in the count. That way he's not a distraction to the hitter at the plate. Go ahead and get it out of the way so the hitter can focus on the pitch.
Up the middle. Whips it to first on the run. And they get the out. This one pretty well decided at this point. Home half of inning number 8 straight ahead. It's the Orioles 12 and the Rangers 3. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th, Hobie Milner.
Now pitching for Texas, number 41, Hobie Milner.
3, 4, 5 due up for the home team. And into the box for Baltimore, Gunnar Henderson. And fastball misses outside for a ball. Ball
no
1.
strike.
Movement in the bullpen. Cole Winn, the young right-hander, up and throwing.
Ball.
There's the strike. Now 2-1.
Good pitch to hit on a tee up in the zone. I think he was looking for something else right there.
That misses the zone. 3-1 now. Cut on and lifted in the air. Langford on his way over. Hauls it in for the out.
Now back, the designated hitter, Ahmed.
So now it's the 4-hole hitter, Ahmed Rosario. That one's in there. 0-1.
Pretty good pitch. Backed up a little bit, expecting it to go middle away, and it just sort of stayed on the inside corner. Probably good take, because he would have gotten jammed had he swung the bat.
To third, Young. The throw to first.
That's an out.
2 away now.
Now batting, the right fielder, Colton.
2 outs, base is empty. Colton Cowser, the next to hit for the Orioles. Ground ball up the middle, and that one finds its way through, and that extends the inning.
Waste no time there. Once you get the ball by the pitcher, there's a lot of base hits up the middle, even on ground balls. So a nice job to use that big hole and get himself a hit.
Runner at first with 2 away. Stepping in, Cedric Mullins. Runner on the move. Pitch in for a strike. Throw to second. He's safe. And now he's up to 3 stolen bases in the game. Here's your 1. And a swing and a line drive into right field. And that is the 3rd out of the inning. And the Orioles leave 1. They lead it big, though. It's 12-3. We go to the 9th. Now the third baseman, Josh Young.
Josh Young.
Swing and a line drive, and that one's a base hit out into left center field. And a good start to the inning. Jake Berger stepping in for the Rangers. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a flyout. Fouled off left side. The Orioles up big in this one late here in Game 4. Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. O'Neill whips it back in. Runner stops at second, and the first two reach to start the inning. Kyle Higashioka stepping in for the Rangers. He swings and fouls one off. Here comes the 0-1.
Ball 1.
First
One
and
ball,
second,
one
no
strike.
outs here in Game 4 of this ALDS. Not
2-1.
even close there, and it's 2-1.
Good spot for the hitter. Definitely has the advantage in this count with runners on. Look for him to be aggressive on this next pitch.
The next offering misses. 3 balls and a strike.
When the skipper calls down to the bullpen, he's expecting the guy to come in and get outs. So far, not getting what he was hoping for.
And that's through there for a strike. And the count's full.
Full count.
Young, the lead runner at second. Berger at first with no outs. The other way. Fair ball. Coming home. He'll score. It's an RBI single, and now it's 12-4.
Comes through with the RBI. Really good swing right there. He got a pitch that he knew he could handle, allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball on the screws.
In steps Adolis Garcia, also known as El Bombi.
Well, he's just given up 3 straight hits, and now behind in this count to this hitter. Might be a good time for somebody to call a timeout. Maybe the pitching coach go out there and talk to him just a little bit.
Next pitch is downstairs.
D-Rod.
Traffic on the bases with 1 already in here at the top of the 9th. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
That cutter right there had just enough movement on it to get the swing and miss. It wasn't a great location by any means. That's typically a spot that hitters can handle, so I'd say he fooled him with just enough of that late action.
Smith at the plate now. That's ball 1.
1-0.
And there's a foul ball. Runners are at the corners, 1 away. And there's a rocket into the outfield. In comes the run from third. 12-5 is our score. And the throw's offline, safe at third.
Picks himself up an RBI. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
So 1 out with 2 aboard. Up next for the Rangers, TJ Friedl. One for 3. Here comes the skipper, and we're going to see a pitching change in this spot. Josiah Gray is done, and he's on the hook for the runners at second and third, so looking for some help there. Back in a minute. On the mound now, Andrew Kittredge.
And never an easy situation coming in with runners at second and third. He's got a base to work with, so he doesn't have to be perfect, but he does have to make some quality pitches.
Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95. 2nd and 3rd, 1 away. Hammered down the right side, but foul.
So glad these ballparks have installed the netting to protect the fans, keep things safer all around the league.
And he couldn't hold back. He's rung up on strikes. Last chance now for the Rangers. So next to hit for Texas, Wyatt Langford. Ground ball, and this should do it. And that is it. They are headed for the ALCS.
Well, a really solid division series win. They can move on to the next round and I think relax a little bit more. Congratulations. Get ready for the ALCS.